is amazing. So we started off with, just to kind of give you a bit of a background really on sort of the journey for it, we had over 900 expressions of interest for this hackathon. We actually had 556 people register up, because we try and do a 3-stage verification, because we want to make sure that those who actually turn up are key people who are serious about improving their opportunities in the workplace, are interested in upskilling, interested in networking. So we do try and do a 3-stage verification. So thank you for coming through those different stages. We also, so we had 555 actually register, and then through that final stage, we've got 165. We did have 166 live on the Slack channel, and we're actually operating over 16 different time zones. So that's incredible. Like I said in the very opening statement, it's about that cross-border, cross-industry and multi-skilled collaboration from all different backgrounds. From that perspective, it's the amazing things that hopefully you're going to be presenting to us now will truly be super. So I'm super excited. I'd like to say thank you to all of our judges as well. Mike, I know that you've been with us throughout the entire journey this weekend. How have you found it before these guys go live?
Oh, this has been mega. I'm really excited to see what the presentation is going to be like today. I've had a little dive into what everyone's put forward, and I'll tell you what, I couldn't even pick this. It is going to be so cool, and yeah. I think it's like we said, Sarah. It's going to be who can put forward this in the most compelling manner now. This is going to be epic. I'm excited. I'm rubbing my hands. I think this is epic. So guys, make sure you're on game. Everything's up to play for here. Let's have it. Bring your A game.
Yeah, brilliant. Good stuff. The team order is up. So we have Open VR at 2:45. We have Tech Builder at 2:50, AGO at 2:55, NeuroLife at 3 p.m, Augmented Coders at 3:05, Balloons at 3:10, and Blockation at 3:15. Please, can you make sure that you guys are ready, that you've got everything all organized? We have gone through this previously, so we know that that's all done. And if I can go through, the judges, just to introduce the judges, please. We'll just do a short little 30-second video run to say thank you very much. And the scorecards for the first half are actually in, and then we've got the second half of the judging after your pitches. So we'll be joining you back after all of the pitches are done. We'll be coming back an hour afterwards. So whatever time we finish, it'll be an hour after that. We'll get you back to introduce the winners. So let's just introduce the judges for this year. Thank you so much for taking the time and spending the time with us. Amazing, thank you.
So my name is Amanda Wandukwere, and I'm an empath. I'm a strong empath, and that is why I stayed up all night, because I had this amazing opportunity to talk about the people that I've always respected the most and I am grateful to the most, which are the people in the health care workforce, right? Now, for years, VR and AR solutions have been pillars of support in our healthcare system. They're used in mental health and psychological therapy, pain management, physical therapy, disease awareness, medical training. But because of how much more precise than humans they are, their level of efficiency and consistent level of accuracy, they can help perform delicate tasks like carrying out surgeries. Now, all in all, we have failed to cater to a pressing need rather. So the arrival of the pandemic has made us more conscious to the fact that doctors, nurses, and other frontline workers in our healthcare system need to be better protected. The losses that these brave men and women have incurred, whether whether it's their life or it's just their mental well-being, these losses that they've incurred in the line of duty is bound to leave us almost defenseless to a number of viruses and disease if care is not taken. Now, support can be gotten from less experienced doctors and student doctors, but then the well-being of the patient cannot be put at risk. Now, with this in mind, we have come up with a VR prototype. Sorry. So I was talking about the problems of the doctors. So with all of this in mind, we have come up with a VR prototype. That is available to take readings from an MRI scanner, X-ray scanner, and a range of other medical devices and make diagnosis like a professional doctor would. Now, because of its ability to provide information about the well-being of your patient and to make accurate diagnosis depending on, well, the level of abstraction needed based on the level of knowledge of the operator, we'll be able to achieve remote testing, diagnosis, and treatment to ensure the safety of doctors, nurses, and other frontline healthcare workers, to effective and efficient practice methods for experienced doctors and student doctors. 3, massive reduction of pressure on healthcare professionals, leading to zero casualty due to human error, increased productivity, and a better quality of service. Now, the healthcare sector is valued at about $85 billion. In 2019, the AR and VR market saw a revenue of $37 billion and is projected to rise to $1,274.4 billion in 2030, with a CAGR of 42.99%. Now, using the formula for CAGR, if $10 million invested in 3 years, there will be an 18.4% returns on that investment. Now, Vivid Vision, based in San Francisco, is a VR solution for treating lazy eye, crossed eyes, and eyes not moving together. It was founded in 2014, and by May 2017, made about $2.2 billion. Now, it is currently used by 88 clinics worldwide. Together with VR Health, Immersive Touch, and a ton of potential competitors, I really, really believe that our product will be able to scale in the market. Oh, I had my prototype up, but it's not coming out. Sorry about that. Well, thank you.
Okay. Very good afternoon to one and all being present here. And we all are being present here together. And I'm having all my abroad teammates over here. So accordingly, For you, it's a very good afternoon, and for Indian, we are having a very good evening. So, welcome you all to the group here as a vaccinity. We being team builders, have been working with the team as a vaccinity. So, I have prepared something which may be very unofficial, but I'm doing it. So, it's a team vaccinity. It may be not focusing over here, but yes, team vaccinity, which is gonna make you reach you with the ease. Yes. So what are we planning about? So here my is like what are the problems we are being looking out in nowadays? So in the normal pharmacy stores, what happens? The problems which all we have been facing is competitive pharmacies between each others. So there's a competition and among the distributors. And what happens? The person who only face the problem is the receiver and the public.
Sorry, vaccinate. Can everyone else have their mics on mute, please? Sorry, carry on. You're all good to go.
Yeah. So this has like the only person who is facing the problem is the only public. So if there is competition between the distributors, between the pharmacy people, so this way eradicate the problem which is being facing. So vaccinating is gonna help over there. So this is the prediction of the supply, which yeah, I guess you all can read the PPD. I'm not gonna read it for you all of us, but still, yes, it is gonna eradicate the problem during these days as we all are going to receive the vaccines fight and obvious we are not the security peoples, so we are not going to fight for them. We need to make them understand, we need to show them the update at what time it is receiving and what, so what is the solution we are doing accordingly. So if I do remember, yes, the scalability, the main thing is how it is gone upon, it is how it is going to run upon in a very large area. So yes, it is gonna digitalize each and every person when working in the pharmacies. It may take up like if we plan for the governments and if we take the permissions from the government, it is gonna help the rural and remote area peoples. So people who are facing the problems in the areas, so they can just get to know to the government peoples, and they can just get the solution over there. So AI model is to predict the drug distribution trends. So it is going to say you the temperature, what is the rate. It is just like a tracking machine, just like any of the other selling or shopping site. Why, like, it's an obvious thing. Why to seal or why to purchase the product from, like, why we need to purchase the things, why we need to purchase the clothes from only online sites? Why not the medicine? We can
Excellent. You
help
have
the
1 minute left. Did you want to show your tech demo if you have one?
Yeah, I have. But still,
Perfect.
yeah. So the unique selling, the main thing is unique selling proposition. It is the delivery reduced from 70 days to 30 days, manufactured to distributors, satisfying the distributor to end users, and hence it enhanced the productivity.
So I'm Mahendra, and let's start by discussing the problem that we are tackling in AGO. So the problem we are trying to tackle is how to help aging population of the world and how to help them increase their life expectancy and how to help provide better healthcare for elderly. So we conducted some initial research to find out what are the prevalent diseases. We found out that diabetes and cardiovascular diseases are major problems around the world. And we also found out that looking at key metrics like blood pressure, heart rate, and other key vital signs can be important in helping them cope with these diseases. So we created AGO to do the same. So this is a solution that comes in two parts, which is one is a mobile app and another one is a wearable device, which is like a watch that will monitor all the vital signs necessary. So this is a product ecosystem, the product itself, and the app which the patient will use, where to interact with the nurse and share the data with the hospital. So these are some of the features like reminding them for prescriptions, messaging board with the doctor or the nurse, monitoring all the vitals, and so on. So looking at the business aspects of it, these are the revenue streams, monthly subscription that the users will pay, the device sales, the IoT device sales, and e-shopping for the drugs, which we'll provide as part of our app. So the expenses that we'll incur will be compensation for the nurses, application development, IoT hardware and software development, and user acquisition. So in order to grow, so initially, as I said, we'll focus on diabetes and cardiovascular diseases. And if we include other long-term diseases, that is one way we can grow later on. And another way to grow is to look at more geographies. So initial idea is to look at Europe and then grow to other geographies, because Europe has a lot of people, lot of older people using mobile phones and tech devices already. So this is the technical work that judges can go through, and this is the team. And if I have some time, I'll quickly go through the product demo as well.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. So this is just a design demo of the product, and so as you can see, people can, this is about the watch and the app, and people can just log in, and so they'll be able to find out how the device is doing, like the battery, the connectivity, and look at major signs like the blood sugar level, heart rate, blood pressure, and they can just toggle between different vitals and look at all the data here. And the alerts that we'll provide will be to like remind them to take their medication, remind them to purchase prescription medications if they're all out. So they can just click here and buy the prescription medication right from here. Also, one other important feature is their ability to talk to a nurse or a healthcare provider directly. So they can just click from the sessions here, which is easier rather than texting or audio or video call the nurse to be able to like interact with them. Yeah, so this is the tech demo and the presentation.
Perfect.
Right, perfect. So good afternoon, everyone.
Hello.
So actually, it could be good morning or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. So my name is Martin, and I'll be presenting on behalf of Team Neurolife. And yeah, I'll just be sharing with you all what our group has come up with these past couple of days. So a quick summary of who we are. Neurolife is a home integrated smart healthcare monitoring system that is mainly aimed to cater for the elderly demographic. And we aim to deliver an accessible, cost-effective, and non-invasive solution for the early detection of neurodegenerative diseases. Right, so the problem we've chosen to tackle is dementia caused by neurodegeneration. So according to the World Health Organization, there are currently 50 million people in the world living with dementia. And the associated costs due to social, medical, and informal care amounts to around £613 billion. And I think a lot of you will already know that the world population is actually aging at quite an alarming rate. So according to WHO estimates, that by 2030, there could be as many as 75 million people battling dementia, and the associated costs could amount to £1.5 trillion. So here at Neurolife, we are firm believers that early detection is the best way possible to develop any kind of successful treatment, really. So, however, current methods for early detection, such as PET imaging, are invasive and costly for large-scale implementation, and this is why we believe that there is room for a cost-effective and scalable solution to address this issue. So the goal of our product is to capitalize on the increasing prevalence of integrated smart home systems to develop a cost-effective and non-invasive approach for the detection of early onset age-related diseases on a population-wide scale. And so our proposed solution begins with a series of biosensors installed in the patient's house. And these biosensors would measure key health indicators such as resting heart rate, blood pressure, body temperature, and saliva pH. For those of you that are unfamiliar, pH relates to acidity or alkalinity. So the readings collected from these biosensors will then be displayed on a tablet installed as part of the IoT system. And this data will also be uploaded to patient record databases, which will be accessible by local hospitals and medical professionals within the local area. And so our goal is to have the data collected to use that to train machine learning models to detect any possible patterns in the digital data, which might display characteristics of specific neurodegenerative diseases, which can cause dementia. But another purpose of doing that is that we would actually want the end product
1 minute left
to allow doctors to be notified when there are any abnormal measurements detected, and in life-threatening situations, emergency services in the immediate vicinity will be deployed to deliver the patient for immediate medical treatment. So here's just a flow diagram of how our proposed overall system will work. And this concludes our presentation.
So hi guys, very good evening for everyone. So our main brand is We Are Doctor. Just a second, yeah. I hope my screen is on.
it is, yes, you're all good.
Right. So We Are Doctor is a brand that focuses on a virtual experience with the patients and the doctors. And so this We Are Doctor, the brand tries to take the advantage of the technology and try to stretch its reach and try to make it as create a platform that brings in the doctors and the patients together, where they could virtually try to meet and try to be at any medical needs. So the main problems and solutions that we came up was, as during this COVID phase time, we always noticed that there are many people that do not prefer to go to the clinics or the hospitals because of various reasons. Either it's a time constraining, or it could be a certain issues where they might personally feel that there are certain viruses that could affect them on the process of like visiting the doctors. And this is something that is been very evident during this COVID time, because around 20% of the COVID positive is only because of just visiting the doctors. And the solution, what as we say, we have competitors who have the same sort of mindset and the principles of developing a software that brings medical needs on an app or a website. But what makes us different is that we are trying to create a whole virtual experience with the doctors and the patients, where that it makes it more transparent for the patients to like express their point of views to the doctors, and it makes it much more easier for the doctors to enable to explain what are the issues and try to make it much more comforting. So the product what we have designed is to create a platform that provides services virtually, and yeah, and in terms of business strategy, what we came up with, try to focus with the elderly age people, as they are primary target audiences. And in order for this, what we try to do is try to have a online market strategy and an offline market strategy, where online we try to create a virtual event like a Zumba classes or something, as a cooking event, where it kind of brings up what do you say, like a space for the elderly people to interact and get to know what the brand is all about. And at this I have and having that, we have the next thing is to focus even the youngsters as well, where they can recommend to the elderly people about what a brand is all about. So thank you so much. And the future, we always have a vision of trying to expand our reaches and try to get into different formats, and try to enable the identity of our brand. So off to the demo.
All right, so this is the demonstration aspect. My group mate already showed the presentation. So here we have the landing page of the virtual reality doctor. Remember that we have, it's a virtual consultation that uses a VR headset. So the user would just register, would click here, register, sign in with their date of birth and their information. And if they don't have an account, they would click here to log in. They would create an email, they would log in with their email address, and then they would immediately be redirected to this page over here, which is a virtual reality scene. As you can see, you can move around in 360. We basically, this is a 3D scan. This was scanned using an iPhone 12. This is an actual room, so it was used with iPhone's LiDAR scanner. You will be able to, hopefully in the future, we will be able to have voice-activated animations for gestures and things like that. Yes, so we also want to have a way for the doctor to engage with the customer. So there will be another view where the doctor is able to see from the perspective of the doctor of the patient. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, and good evening to all my friends over there. I hope everyone can hear me properly.
Yeah, all good.
So, adventures out there everywhere, but you need to be healthy and active to take them. We are Team Balloons going to present a problem and a solution today. Well, yeah, flip the screen. Yeah. There are many elderly and vulnerable people who need special care when they are at home alone. So our solution is to create a smartphone app and watch to take special care of them. The NHS is spending £150 billion each year, especially around £18 billion for people between 50 to 65 years old. With 70% of these people using a smartphone, our target market is around £12 billion. So together with other elderly, our estimated market size is around £24 billion per year.
Balloons uses portable monitoring devices in the form of fitness trackers paired with OpenAI technology to monitor the physical and mental well-being of the elderly and vulnerable to make sure that they're always safe and sound. The use of NHS's existing online API lets the user access the regular appointment and prescription services and make sure that their carers have access to patient data for more accurate diagnostics. It also lets you set up emergency contacts so that they can check on your vitals and sleep soundly knowing that you're being taken care of.
The table showcases how our product stand out in the market from leading competition, such as Dr. Chrono and Epic, due to the unique features such as the wristband collecting data 24 hours every day. Internet synchronization between the phone is complete through the usage of instant trial fabrication detection and the integration of sleeping tracker and voice track to communicate with the user in the app. The app chat is used to make people less lonely, while remote prescription is monitored and regulated by the doctor. An alert sensor is used to contact the NHS if levels are abnormal or too dangerous.
For the financial, this project will lead funding for development, outreach, and customer support. Our target funding source are the government funding and funding for social entrepreneurs. We aim to help the NHS to reduce the usage and reduce the operating costs. We add value to the NHS system by creating efficiency using the latest technology, machine learning, and AI. With such a large market, we are expecting the company can break even in the second to third year. Balloon, happy to help to lift you up.
We've also got a bit of a demonstration of the app. There we go. It's more of like a visual representation of how the app would look like and how the features would look like. So yeah, is everything showing up properly?
Oh, good.
Perfectly. So,
1 minute.
Yeah, perfect. You've got all the accessible language here showing the person, the patient, like everything that's normal with them. They can set up the regular stuff that they can through their online services. And if they're in danger or something, they have big buttons with numbers that they can contact to help. And this is the AI chat that they can talk to. This would be like a 3D avatar or something that they can personalize. And they can just talk to them about their issues, and the AI will recognize symptoms and contact the emergency services if needed. Yeah.
So like our team name is the blockation. So first I will tell what is the meaning of this word blockation. So like to secure data, to secure the like hospital data, all these things. So we need this, like you can say, like the powerful security. So we are using also the blockchain in that area, including the artificial intelligence, and like we have taken the cation from the medication, we have taken the cation. So we have merged these two like a word to each other, and like we made the blockchain. And this is our PPT. Ivan, are you there? Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ivan, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. I'm showing myself. So I think it's visible.
Yes.
So ma'am, this is the introduction, like what are the technology we are going to use. So like first we need to show you what is the primary statement. So like per year we are like the hospital and this medical data are losing like more than 2.1 billion records per year. They are losing this data. So the second, we have less time, I know. The solution what we are providing, we are using the blockchain, artificial intelligence, and we are like putting this data into a like a decentralized database, and by the help of the artificial intelligence, like it will also store on the IPFS. So we will show you like further how it is work. And the user will get a unique QR code. So to go when they will go to the doctor, so they just need to like take out their QR code, and when the doctor will scan that thing, and they can know the history of that patient, like from the like 10 years of the history. Like if a person is having like a blood pressure from like 10 year, like they can track the data like from the 10 year, like what all the improvement does that patient like they are having or not. So they can track the data by the we will add the artificial intelligence on that like Face ID, and it will be also like recorded on timestamp. So every data, like if a patient will go to a like a doctor, that medical receipt that will be stored on this application, and in that thing it like include the timestamp to the blockchain. Okay. And so this is the workflow, like what the login page will be there, and the Face ID, by the help of the Face ID, that see like our team is like using this Face ID. We have make this application this Face ID, like by the help of that they will like going to be login, and this will be the like that page from like they need to like click on the report, and like what they need to eat. By the help of artificial intelligence, we tell like by this health you need to eat that, or you need to eat like an apple or this thing. And all the file will be stored on a like you can see like this all the datas are there, like at this date you will you have gone to that doctor, at this date you have gone to like this clinic. All the data with the QR code will be there, and what are the health that you need to take, like it will also tell that also. And these are the application architecture, like how does it look like. And this is our team, like unique team you can say. And
fantastic.
This last page is, yeah. And
that's
like,
lovely. Yeah. Oh, go on, go quickly. You've got a minute left.
Okay, so like okay, only 1 minute I've got. So okay, leave the registration process. So this is the website, like this actually running in the like this is the website that is running on the beta phase, and you can say like here we are going to store all the blockchain, you can say data. Here we are going to store the user will get a unique hash ID, all this thing like we have mentioned in our website. So like you can go and check it out here. So like
perfect.
only one.
Good stuff. Thank you very much.